down the line. I've not been told exactly where the problem has occurred, but one team has ran out of time during the draft, and one or two, I'm not sure, of the heroes are incorrect. So we will
If you run out of time, why don't you get punished by having the wrong hero?
I don't know.
Isn't that why there is a timer?
Oh my goodness, I didn't know Leyline could do that.
But we're playing for keeps here as our teams are running in, keep wall falling in the bottom left, but at the same time in the top right, Gale Force Esports doing the same thing. We are neck and neck.
Oh, I just don't understand what's going on right now. It's all about pushing power. Say they don't even care. They're going to go for the keep in the bot lane and looking in the top lane. It's even Stevens as well. Ben is still alive. Fan is still alive too. They're both healthy, but they're both rushing for keeps.
Time to go to the core afterwards. Let's do it. Let's go all in here. Arcaner goes forward, puts damage on Fan. Fan will be fine. He gets away. The keep does fall in the bottom left. Both teams losing keeps on both sides of the battleground. And we now have a match where Catapults are already pushing at 2 minutes into the game.
And 4 members down now for Nomia, and they're not done.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Let the bodies hit the floor, and potentially Team Freedom going for the core.
You know, you are a rap god. That was absolutely beautiful.
The early Jhow prioritization. Yeah. But seeing Tracer on the first half of the draft, like Team Freedom has 3 picks to sort of address the Tracer and counter in whatever way they see fit. So I'm really curious to see what they do.
What are those 3 picks for those at home?
They could go into a few strategies, I'd say. For Freedom in particular, I don't know what they'd favor. I'd like to see them go into pretty heavy wave clear. They still need battery. I think Lunara has a pretty good matchup into Tracer overall, but we'll see if Nomia lets that through.
All right, well, Greymane will be the ban here for Team Freedom. Nomia will...
Comes out on Arcaner, and it's actually really interesting how... Oh, I lost my train of thought, but...
I mean, here, just look at it. The constant kiting backwards. You have Nazmus in the back left. I love here how he gets to a point where he's able to drop down and get his mech and then come back in and re-engage.
Right, the bomb was used perfectly to disengage. This is what I wanted to highlight. I thought it came a little bit sooner, but it's just they have so much control when it comes to disengage and re-engage potential with the D.Va Medivh composition.
About HOTS. Actually, I think I had a dream about Grubby last night. Or was it the night before? I forgot, though. Now, I'm being 100% serious. Like, I'm not. This is not deadpan humor. I actually do think I dreamed about Grubby a night or 2 ago. It wasn't anything sexual from what I remember, but I did wake up with it. Actually, never mind. I probably shouldn't share that. What level 7 talent for Genji now? I take the cooldown reduction on Deflect. Because then it lines up.
Ability to get away from any fight that could be coming their way was just phenomenal.
I mean, that race at the start, 2-minute keeps, when have I ever seen that before? I mean, that is just unheard of. It's such an interesting strategy, but as soon as it came into play, it really favored GFE. They had the globals, they got the 10 first, and the game ended based on that.
And I love the aggressive play, too, under the core.
Choked. What a joke. Sorry. How in the world did that happen? Oh my god.
Prior to playing versus Team Liquid, Liquid looked great. Those were 2 very quick, very dominant games. They should feel proud of this victory.
Yeah, at this point, that was extremely dominant. Of course, for Tempo Storm, they are not out of the tournament yet. There is still the lower bracket that we talk about here, but it can't feel good losing in that fashion without taking a map.
No, their very first series, and even bigger and more so, they were the first NA versus EU series, so it sort of had a little bit of extra oomph for them, and now there is still another one guaranteed that we'll see today. That being
solo on the lane anymore.
Yeah, Keldor, the problem is that they want to be soaking. They need that 16 and they need the soak to do that. But now maybe Tempo Storm have bitten off a bit more than they can chew. Fury has been slowed down by both of the charges of the Leaping Strike. Tempo Storm starting to collapse.
Yeah, and guess what? Illidan has the hunt. Zeratul is down. Illidan didn't have to use it. Can do so soon, but he takes the camp first. And, I mean, what's your plan here?
One left trying to defend, and it is poor Stukov as Tempo Storm bring out the Dragon Blade, cut through the core, and are taking it down in quick fashion.
Sam is slicing and dicing as the core is down, and this is Tempo Storm in very, very dominant fashion, taking game number 2 and taking down the Red Canids.
They lost 2 games to Team Liquid, and it was a rough loss.
Yeah.
But when it counts, they made...
All right, so let's take a look at our second team now moving into this series, of course. It is Gale Force Esports. Let's hear from UDall himself.
My name is Michael. My gamer tag is MichaelUdall, aka DabDaddy. I play for Team Gale Force Esports. I am our melee assassin player, which basically means I just get to play a lot of tanks these days.
Hell, whatever. Got him, boys.
Sind nie in der Situation zu Teamfight. Jetzt sind sie gecursed. Immerhin werden sie wahrscheinlich dann jetzt zu 5 zusammen sein. Das ist der große Vorteil. Denn zu 5 können sie auch mit Talent oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Disadvantage im Zweifel im Fight gewinnen. Aber ohne ihre Aurel wird das wahrscheinlich nichts werden. Und ich kann mir vorstellen, dass Tempo Storm jetzt hier tatsächlich auf Core gehen. Mit Illidan kann man Core immer machen. Und momentan haben sie noch den Talent Lead, also warum nicht? Der dritte versucht nochmal.
Charlemagne or something.
Some quick sustain from Wah!
To fight their death is out.
But where I am, team.
Oh my god, dude.
He died.
Yeah, Akaphase, he's a master beta. That was wonderful.
Okay. Weird stuff sometimes, but like...
Oh, right. You do?
Sometimes, but like... I was even thinking like maybe no game.